It's great to be back here at ConneXions. Real quick about Allo, we're in 3 states, Nebraska, Colorado, and now Arizona. Like many of you, we've been growing and growing rapidly. It's really interesting how our whole design was made for us before we hit COVID. All this capability and those types of things, the last couple of years, we've just been able to just go. And why is it? Because everything works. We've got about 700 employees. We're not just a consumer player. We do business, governmental, as well as the consumer, and we focus on 2 things, growth and excellence. So with that growth and excellence, we have to create what we call franchises. Each franchise is that community. Our communities are very different. We've got towns of 1,400 and we've got towns of 300,000. We've got places like Lake Havasu or Breckenridge or Lincoln, Nebraska. They're all different, but what we rely on is that consistent approach. And what that consistent approach means is that the markets look the same, they have all the same products, but then how we deploy them is a little different. You saw some marketing. That's actually the biggest challenge. Each community is a little bit different, and how we market them is different. The one consistency is several years ago, we decided to go in heavy with Wi-Fi 6. It was alluded to a little earlier. It wasn't, without a couple of bumps, but now we've got almost 70,000 devices out there. They're not all Wi-Fi 6, but all our future ones are Wi-Fi 6. And it's a consistent experience for all of our customers. But even better, I don't know about you guys, but it's kind of hard to find employees right now. It's kind of in the news. Well, that consistent approach with Wi-Fi 6, with Calix behind, allows us to be efficient, simplify our business. We've heard simplify a few times today. So our customer service experts, with all the cloud of Calix's cloud, and with the consistent Wi-Fi 6 experience, it's actually a terrific result for our customers. Now, all of a sudden, our customer service experts are truly experts. They have the information so that when somebody calls in, they're not guessing. They're now educated. They're working well. They're efficient. And quite often, the customers can help themselves. We've had a responsibility over the past several years of gaining market share, but now we're getting close to 60% market shares in our competitive situations for consumer, 70% for business, and sometimes in the 80% for governmental. So now we're trying to do some more things. This is a great project. We got involved in the Bay High. It's a alternative high school education program in Lincoln, Nebraska. And who would have thought, a cable dork like me or a telco guy would get to be in a video with Tony Hawk. Anyway, that was fun because both Tony Hawk and Allo and my family are trying to support the next generation. These kids, they do a great job. They film themselves doing all kinds of things. But now we're teaching them to make it into a true business so they can find their grind, so they can grind during the day, they can make some money at what they're really good at, and then do what they love to do, whether it's be on a skateboard or TikTok or whatever. We're trying to save a few kids. That's our responsibility. Another thing we did that just got over last week is a Jumpstart Challenge. We did that in Lincoln, Nebraska with the chamber. And it was, hey, we've got all this fiber, ubiquitous fiber. We're in government, we're in business, we're in the homes. what are we going to do with it? And a guy named Josh Jones, he's 23 years old. I don't understand what he does, but the simple way to say it is he uses machine learning and data analytics to now he believes he can marry our information from Calix and from things like traffic signals and other things in our cities, marry them and do predictive analytics. So you're not doing the simple things, let's say for parking, that say, oh, there's 17 open spots here. Yeah, anybody can do that. But a half hour before, do a predictive analytic that says, don't even bother coming here, go there because it will be full then. Or this is what our power grid is going to do. Or, leaving the game, this is the best way home. I can't wait to see what he does. Calix, us, the city of Lincoln all worked on that project. That's where we've got to go in the future. We've achieved a net promoter score of 74, and that's for our data only. Unfortunately, with TV, we go a little bit lower, about 68. But why do we get there, and how do we get there? Well, I've been on stage a couple of years, in the past couple of years, and I think I said this 2 years ago. 5 years ago, we went all in with Calix. We had to change how we operated as a company. It wasn't a vendor customer relation anymore. It was, hey, how can we partner to do things better, to solve a problem we don't even know exists, or maybe even more importantly today, to communicate together to say, here's where we're growing, here's the amount of customers we're getting, so we can talk to Calix 2 and 3 years out on demand, because the supply chain is very important. So with that, last June, I sent Michael an email and I said, hey, I've got an idea, and I need you to help me solve it. And it was interesting. The first call was to Calix, and to Michael. It wasn't to any other vendor. And Michael, what'd you do with that call?
Well, click to the next slide. You sent me a great email and you said, I've got this vision for a gigabit society. And so what I did was, you sent it to me on a Friday, and I called you on Monday.
Well, you might have called me. So I've got to give you this scene. I'm in shorts, I'm in flip-flops, and this guy calls me, and he's talking and talking and talking and talking, and we're about an hour.
Asking questions.
Okay, and we're about an hour and a half in, and then he says, so Brad, what are you up to? I said, Michael, it's the 4th of July. I forgot, he's Canadian. He doesn't care.
Canada Day was on July 1st, sorry.
Well, finally I said, hey, you got the picture? And he said, yeah, we've got it. As a partner, I trust that you have it.